Welcome along to another opposition preview, and Saints winter fixtures don't get any easier after Wednesday's appalling display against Leicester City. Saints travel up to Stamford Bridge to Chelsea on Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock kick-off. Unusual one for Chelsea, but so here to tell us all about why Chelsea have conceded the title already. Louis from 100% Chelsea, good to see you, mate. How you doing?
Good to see you too, Fred. I mean, that's an interesting way of putting that we've not having not a good season compared to City. I mean, it's only December. They might not win it yet. I don't want them to because I don't like Guardiola, but we'll leave it at that. I mean, they're playing well, but so are we. So
hey, it's not my word, it's your manager's. I'll take that for.
Oh God, that hurts. Please don't say that.
I'll poke it to you straight away. I mean, Conte last week, he said the title race is already over. Do you think it's Conte playing some mind games, or is it a way of getting a reaction from the players? What's going on at Chelsea?
Conte is a very reactional manager, so he likes to get the best out of his players. He did it at Juventus, did it at Siena, did it with the Italian national team. You know, he's very hands-on and likes to push his players. So I almost treat that as a reaction, going, well, you've lost the title. Now this is what you get for not working hard, and that's the kind of the mindset I'm going into it with. I guess that's him. I mean, if he's already conceding the title, to be honest, I'd understand why many people would think that. I mean, a lot of this season there has been talk of him leaving. You know, there's been all this news of him having one foot out the door. But straight away, I'm going to just quash that and say, look, like Antonio Conte as a manager, he's moved his family over to the UK. You know, his daughter's going to school in Surrey. You know, they've got a house near the Cobham training complex. They've bought it as well. There's no renting going on here, and he's clearly, maybe he's not going to be here for a long time, but he's clearly got his mindset on a couple of years, maybe a few years, to kind of develop the players and the club as well. And he's already started to do that with, you know, he's brought in the likes of a player which has gone under the radar. Chelsea have brought a player from their youth system through in Andreas Christensen. So he's come into the side. He's replaced David Luiz. It's been absolutely phenomenal. And it kind of makes me glad that we didn't get John Stones a few years back, because this kid wouldn't have come through, and he's absolutely fantastic for us. So I think that Antonio Conte's mindset is to get a reaction out of the players because he wants the club to succeed. He considers losing a failure. He says, you know, I'd rather die than lose. And
well, Christian was a lad that Saints were linked with over the summer, but you've obviously got an excellent squad. I mean, a lot of players clearly that can damage us, but recently you've had some fitness concerns. Morata, he sat out Wednesday night's game at Huddersfield. Obviously a comfortable victory 3-1. Hazard played a bit of a false nine that night. Are you expecting Morata to be back for Saturday? Who else will be unavailable for the weekend, and how can Saints exploit it?
I believe Morata is going to be fit. I'm not 100% certain. So if Morata's fit, he'll probably go back to a 3-5-1-1 with Hazard playing behind him. Hazard has been deadly in that number 10 position, but other than that, I think our squad now is quite fit. Danny Drinkwater might be carrying a niggle. It depends, because he's coming in and out of games. So there's times where he's been injured and then he's sat on the bench and then he's come on. And you know, it's stuff like that. In terms of exploitation, to be honest, Marcos Alonso is knackered. He's played every game in the Premier League. He's played pretty much every single game in the Champions League. The only rest he's had really is in the League Cup. And he obviously isn't the paces to start with. He's very physical. He does have a bit of pace about him, but not compared to Nathan Redmond going down, which will probably be going down that right-hand side, I believe, or Buffal, whoever, if they interchange. You know, he's going to struggle to deal with that unless he has support. And if we're playing the 3-4-3, which was so successful against Huddersfield, he will have that support. He'll have Hazard playing out on the left. But if Morata starts, he'll revert to what could be a 3-5-1 or a 3-5-2 when we're attacking, with Morata and Hazard leading the line. Bakayoko might be starting, but I personally wouldn't start. My middle three would be Fabregas, Kante and Drinkwater. It's a very industrious midfield with Kante and Drinkwater, and then obviously Fabregas pulls the strings to make sure that those players get the balls that they need, and likes of Hazard and Morata. And even Pedro, if he comes on, I mean, strength in depth, even though I'm saying we don't have the biggest squad in terms of the bench, you know, it's relatively strong. I mean, David Luiz may be back fit. He might still be injured, not 100%. But like I've already said, you could have Pedro come off the bench. You could have Willian come off the bench. One of those three in midfield, those two in midfield, could be Bakayoko or Drinkwater on the bench. You know, there are players there which offer us that strength and opportunity to rotate and change the system in the games. But in terms of exploitation, it would definitely be looking for those win-backs.
Excellent stuff. I love to hear of that, and hopefully we use Redmond and Buffal and co on the side. But obviously there's been some really good ties over the years down at the Bridge. Some end-to-end football. A few years ago we went 3-1, and a few weeks later Mourinho gets the sack. Obviously famous birth of 100% set Chelsea, if you like. But what are you expecting from Chelsea at the weekend? Do you fear anything from Saints?
I mean, you guys always do play some nice football, but at the minute, this is the first season in a while where I haven't heard anything. So obviously last season, even when we'd speak about it, and we talk about how Southampton are doing, but as well as that, you'd see in the newspaper the Claude Puel talk, see the results at Southampton. Even though it may not be the most glamorous football, the results were there. You're going up the table. Under Pellegrino this season, it's been very stale's the wrong word, but I just haven't really heard anything. I'm not going into the game saying I'm confident, but at the same time, I mean, you guys, it depends. If you turn up, you can play us off the park, and you've done it before. Obviously, you've got anchors and Oriol Romeo, who you got from us, for example, who can control that midfield. He was very physical against us when you came and played us last year. It's a case of we just have to see how the game develops, really. But I mean, I haven't really heard any noises coming out of Southampton, but there are players such as Buffal and Redmond and Charlie Austin as well, who's an incredibly underrated player and is currently behind you. But other than that, Charlie Austin is a player which should be considered. I consider him for an England squad call up sometimes. I think we need that different style. You've got your Jamie Vardy, you've got your Harry Kane, but we don't have that battering ram. And I feel that Charlie Austin is so physical, he's so powerful, and if you give him an inch in the box, he will take his opportunity. So I think that he has the ability to cause trouble for us this game, as do your wingers as well. And it's going to be interesting to see how this game develops.
All right, brilliant stuff. But all of that said then, Louis, what's your score prediction? What are you going for?
Right, I'm going to, as you're saying, the birth, I'm going to go with the scoreline, but reverse it. I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea.
Well, it's not what we want. I think Pellegrino wants a reaction. But excellent stuff though, Louis. Make sure you guys at home go ahead and check out 100% Chelsea and check out some of their content after the match. I'm sure Louis and I will probably try and catch up after the match for a quick reaction. Louis, thanks for joining us, mate.
Thanks. Cheers, Freddie. Thanks for having me.
No problem. And leave us your predictions in below. Pellegrino wants a reaction. How can he get it? Leave us your likes, your comments, and subscribe for more.